Hello, it's Jack, and welcome back to another episode of House Flipper. Now, this is going to be a good one. So, this house is iconic in that it is Hucksters' house. It's in the normal base game, so you don't need any DLCs. You will need a DLC for the garden if you want to do the garden like this. But this is Hucksters' house, which rings a bell, or is akin to be also known as Heisenberg. Breaking Bad. So this house is based on the Breaking Bad house that Walter White owns. Now there's a couple of Easter eggs or surprises in this house, which is why I'm specifically standing here so you can't see some of those surprises, and I'll do a spoiler alert before I go through those. But anyway, let me just quickly take you around the back. This is the renovation. Again, to put all this in, you're going to need the garden DLC. So I've been working pretty hard on this house, and I do think it came out pretty darn well. Very nice indeed, don't you think? Look at that, eh? Isn't that lovely? You can do the bit of the walking on water, and then of course we've got a nice gazebo here and some booze and whatnot. We've got a lovely little grill out here. We've got a stone pizza oven over there. Again, all of this is there's no mods in this game, in this particular house. Here I'll block this off so you can't get any people trespassing. And if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, you might think that would be a good idea. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the house itself. I will try to avoid now any of the spoilers so that you guys, if you haven't played this house yet, I will not ruin it for you. So that's why I'm being a bit stealthy, trying to get inside the house. Okay, so here we are. Now, I've not done too much remodeling. This is kind of how the house looks when you actually buy it. I can't remember the price of it, but it's not that expensive. So, some nice big windows. I've moved around some of the windows. We've got a lovely, isn't this lovely here? I think this looks absolutely superb. The mountains are calling, and I must go. This is actually, let me just put the head-up display back on. So this is actually categorized as a living room, as you can see, 50 square meters, which is pretty darn long. Then we have a small library, home library. These lights are a little bit light, but I mean, they're okay. Yeah, and we can just sit here and just relax and enjoy the ambience if we wanted to. Anyway, so that's that, and then we have the dining room, 17 square meters, which is a nice size. That opens out onto the patio. Again, I believe these doors are already here, or at least the doorway is here. I've replaced the door, obviously. Surround speakers down here. Looks a bit of a mess. I've got this stool, bit of a tip here, I've got this stool, right, because sometimes when you're trying to put things up on the higher levels, not this one per se, I mean, this one you can actually do, but it's worth buying a little stool like this, because if I wanted to put like a plant or something up there, so we've got this little plant here, for example, if I wanted to put that up there on top, I can't reach up there, you see. That probably wouldn't fit anyway. Maybe it's a bit big. No, it probably will actually. So if we just slap it on the table, pick up this stool, it may not be high enough. But you can also do it with a pouffe, or poof, whatever you call it, however you pronounce it. Pick this up, jump on here. Oh, you see, that was a bad example, that wasn't it? That was a really bad example. I guess you could also do it with a chair. Let me just see if I can do that, because it is sometimes a pain in the ass when you're trying to dress a house and you just can't quite reach what you want to reach. Or you could also get a step ladder. Okay, so I'm obviously talking bollocks, but I thought you could. Okay, well, let's leave that one. But I know I've done it in another area of the house, and it worked quite well. Anyway, not to worry. A little bit embarrassing. Didn't work. Never mind. Let's close that. Nice and tidy. Okay, the kitchen area. I'll put this wall in. I don't think this wall is... I think all this is open when you get the house. Again, very standard kitchen. I mean, nothing, strikingly wow here. I just tried to make it look lived in and nice and homey. Not how homey as in gangsters. No pun intended there. Not homey like that. I mean homey as in, you know what I mean. Comfortable. And these lights under here, they're way too big. I know you can get small LEDs that would probably work better under there. But all nice and tidy. So that's that. I love these lights. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one of my favourites. Absolutely. Anyway, this corridor here is not actually picking up as a corridor because I've no lintel up here, you see. So it's not splitting the room. So it's considering all of this the living room here, and this also. Now, I know there's a lot of mods out, but I chose not to use mods in this game, in this build. So what I've actually done here is I've used all the normal stuff you get with the base game, just to try and make this corridor, if you like, look a little less overwhelming in terms of emptiness. So I like this. I mean, again, standard stuff, so pause it, take a look at what I've done. It's very, very straightforward. It's not perfect, but I think it holds up. I love this. Maybe a little bit overkill with the lights, but anyway, hey ho. This to give a bit more light into this area. I didn't really want to put. I wanted to kind of create the shadows down here, so I didn't want to put lights up in the ceiling up here in those little spotlights. This bedroom is just a standard bedroom. I have not done much with it. I got a little fed up with the house after I spent so long in it. But you'll notice here there's no windows here, and there's a reason for that, but I'll get to that shortly, why this house is a little bit of a pain to work with. Okay, and then we come to the master bedroom, which I've gone for a very, very kind of, relaxed approach again. I love these living walls. Nice little area here, so if it's raining or a little bit cooler outside, you can sit here and have a nice cup of tea, a beer, or whatever you want, I don't know. No clothes in here, but again, built-in wardrobes, but wall to wall, or ceiling to wall, ceiling to floors, I should say, nearly. Some nice touches like these lights. I love this poster. You know that if you watch my other videos, you know I really like the colour scheme on this poster, because it's got the nice blues and the oranges in there. Looks really, really good. Okay, so that's that. I've used these pictures again. You've seen that in other builds I've done. I do like them. And then in the old bathroom, it's very, very straightforward. I mean, it's, nothing really in here. I mean, it's a little unfinished, really. I was going to say to be fair, but I did not say to be fair, did I? To be fair. And if you like this kind of content, go and watch my other house flipper videos. And also I've got other bits and pieces going on with, things like car mechanic and wall tile, so feel free. Anyway, okay, so this is now a second bathroom. This one is pretty much kitted out and really nicely done. I spent quite a lot of time on this one. Again, the reason how I've managed to do this I'll show you shortly, because this house does have a garage, and then you got some more space here for cupboards, a water heater, and obviously the vampire mirror, because you can't see yourself in it. Very, very nice. Now what this does is this actually opens out into what is the garage, right? But because in this particular build, I don't know if you can do this at all. I've read online that some people say you can, but you can't remove this garage beam and the garage door. It's not coming up as a garage anymore. If you look here, it's actually come up as a laundry room, because I have the right furniture for a laundry room. However, in saying that, you can buy a garage door in the store. Now I do have mods, but not in the house, obviously, because this is my profile. I do have mods. You can actually get a garage door, so I'm assuming that is actually a mod. I could be wrong. Anyway, I digress. Right, in this game, particularly in this house, as I should say, you cannot remove this, so you've got to work around it. So what I did is I built around this stupid garage door opener here, and so I gained a couple more, I don't know, squares, if you like, which meant I could, quite a few squares actually, which meant I could, because I think it goes all the way back to here, maybe the garage, so I could extend this bathroom. Hence also, this is the actual bedroom wall you could see before, yeah, this here, yeah, so that's why there's no window, because the window would be coming out into the garage, which is no fun at all, is it? So there you go, you see all that rubbish there. Okay, right, now I think I've covered most of it. Again, like I said, you do need the DLC for the garden if you want to do the garden as nice as I think I've done it, which is lovely. Also put some big radiators in there also to cover the walls up a little bit better. Now I'm going to go through the spoilers, so if you haven't played this house and you do not want to know about the spoilers of this particular house, then please click away or do whatever and don't listen to it at all. I'll see if I can put a little link into when the spoiler starts. So the first spoiler is when you buy the house, it's vandalised a lot. There's boards all over the windows. There's looks like it's been uninhabited and repossessed by the government. Here you can see the pizza. There is a pizza box down here when you first buy the house, which I've obviously removed that box, but the pizza is up there in that famous iconic scene. In fact, people, I'm led to believe, in real life actually go to this house just to take pictures of where the pizza would or should be. So that's one little spoiler, which I think is really, really cool of House Flipper to put that in. Secondly, this wall here, I think this is normally a bedroom. This wall is, oh, let me just stand on the couch. No, let me just go behind the couch. This wall is full of graffiti, and it says Hamburgberg or something. Obviously, it's not going to say Heisenberg, which is obviously the real name of Walter White in Breaking Bad, because of the copyright issues, I'm assuming. So, again, a lot of graffiti, a lot of stuff all over the floor. It looks as if it's actually been really, really ransacked after, you know, the White family moved out. Another little Easter egg is, I believe it will now be in this room here. So I'm just going to have to move something around real quick, and then I will show you what I'm talking about. So just bear with me. Okay. So back in the room, as I say, I've just moved the bed and the rug here out here, so you can see the little Easter egg that they left in the house for us. So here is the bit of the house that old Walter White, where he puts all his money under the floorboards. When he starts to earn all that money from, you know, doing his dodgy business. And you can't remove this, as far as I'm aware, and you can't fill it in. No, you can't. It's part of the, you know, the build of the house, the aesthetic. So it's very, very simple. You can just put a rug over it like I did. I mean, you know, it's no problem. You can still walk over it and everything. And then you just ignore it. But there is money inside there when you actually have the house, which is a nice touch, I think. I don't know if that went that way or that way. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so see, so that hole doesn't, you know, impede you putting anything on it, which is really, really nice. So there we are. That is the Hucksters house. If you want to play it, then I can't remember how much it is. Let me just go and double check how much it actually is in the game. Okay, we're back at the old shed office. I know this doesn't look like it did before. This is a different profile, but this is, believe it or not, the first house you actually buy. But it's got the building DLC, so I've made some changes. Anyway, let's not go into that right now. That's not why we're here. I'll do a showcase on this. And you may have noticed there's some grass in the room as well. I don't know why. Anyway, so let's get the browser, and I own Huckster's house here. So, oh, you shouldn't be watching this. There's a bit of a spoiler there. So, yeah, on that actual thumbnail. Anyway, spoilers are over. So, it's 107,000. Okay, so there you go. And you can buy it at any point. As soon as you've got the money, you can buy it. You don't have to unlock it or anything. It's just bish bash bosh, and there's your dosh, and then you're in. Okay, well, that's it for now. So it's a very short one. Hope you enjoyed that. If you like this content, then come back and look at some more stuff that I've got going on. I will be doing a mod upload very shortly, but thanks for coming by, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you again soon. Jack is out.